Peter, what are you doing?
Bendy.
What the f? Hey, at least I'm not drinking, Brian. Yeah, this isn't exactly a good substitute. Where'd you get
Bendy.
from?
Bendy.
What?
Yeah, right behind Black's hardware store. There's a...
Bendy was a little devil thing.
Look, doing
Bendy,
the way to stop drinking. You need to get to the heart of why.
who was brought to life on the silver screen.
Hey, Peter, just thought I'd check on you. Oh my God!
Bendy was a little devil thing.
When I think of the big YouTube horror giants from the 2010s, 4 games come to mind. Baldi's Basics, Five Nights at Freddy's, Hello Neighbor, and Bendy. A short horror game where you get a note from an old friend from an animation company that you used to work at, telling you to come and visit the old studio. The whole place is styled like an old-timey cartoon, and there's drawings of the character that the studio was known for, Bendy, absolutely everywhere. But, surprise surprise, mascot horror appears, and there's icky goop ink monsters everywhere thanks to a giant ink machine. And if there's one way to bait monsters, it's camouflage, so you know I had to ink myself.
Did you know that Bendy was a little devil thing?
The game has some beautiful set pieces, and its art style is so incredibly unique and wonderful. And the gameplay does like to evolve straight from the start. You start out just doing puzzle solving, and you end up with a bit of combat as soon as the second chapter starts. The game is very short, only about 4 and a bit hours, maybe 5 at a stretch, and is another one of those very lore-heavy games where you get tapes everywhere with little bits of information, learning that a lot of the ink monsters that we find were actually previous employees that were part of experiments that Joey was doing to try and cheat life itself. Joey being the creator of the studio, our old boss, Joey Drew. Basically Walt Disney on crack, although I'm pretty sure he was already on that. The game was able to take people by storm. Instantly, it got books and word of a sequel. All the colored hair gang were pissing themselves over it.
Fuck up! Fuck up! Hi! Oh, okay, I'll get out of here then!
And music was made by a bunch of people, including ones that got into the actual game. Oh, he was taking the piss.
Speak over it, or just want? Are you just dancing?
This is what I'm just acting.
Oh,
out.
you're not gonna say. Okay,
Right.
So that's why it was a little loud. So I turned it.
The world was never meant to see such perfection. Wait, this is meant to be a horror game. It's a scary ink monster! The game is full of various characters that, although their animations are a bit funky looking, they're still alright characters. This is Sammy, he's a big cult man, he loves Bendy so much, and he will never stop telling you how much Bendy was a little devil thing. This is Boris, he's the goat. Best part of the game, actually, is right here where you gotta make him some soup. I was never gonna buy this horror game if I wasn't making of lifelike cartoon dog soup. Was that Betty Boop? Also, no offense to like indie horror or Bendy in any way, they've created a really good atmosphere, but I feel like I remember this being so much scarier when it first came out, and when I'm actually playing through it properly, it's just not scary. It does have some very interesting moments, like when you're with Boris and he literally has to walk into a room full of failed versions of himself and corpses of himself. But like, even that, there's not much going on here. The rest of that chapter basically just consists of doing fetch quests for Alice Angel, but she does kidnap and like turn Boris into this. Chapter 4 really hammers home the whole Walt Disney thing. There's like a whole theme park area that's for some reason under the studio, and the architect gets screwed over by Joey Drew, so he just turns himself into a ride. What? What? Who smoked it? Okay. Who sniffed the lines to come up with this? The game is good. It's worth a play, especially because it's pretty damn cheap and it's an all-round relatively fun time, but I don't know, it doesn't hold up too well, especially if you have memories of it from when it was big. They pumped out so much merchandise for this game. This is obviously an image from Puppet Steve with a bunch of the Bendy plushies that were released. I have a decent chunk. I think I have about 6 of them, but I can't find them. And I'm just honestly a little shocked that the game game got as much merchandise as it did, although I can't complain, it definitely deserves all of the attention and money that it made. In the end, you meet up with a good Alice Angel and a angry Boris. Why are you a dick? Defeat Sammy, face inside of the ink machine, see Bendy transform into his true demonic form. Get chased around a little bit and show him the end, the final animation, the end of him, but you don't even get to actually see what the end entails because Bendy melts away. Then you get face to face with a grumpy old man and it turns out it was a time loop. It really is one of the classic mascot horror tropes of just not making much sense unless you dig into everything. Is Bendy a good game? Yes. Am I excited to eventually play through its sequels? Yes. Was this video a partial excuse to put Bendy was a little devil thing everywhere and play the video of the kid dancing to the Bendy song? Because I feel like if I'm gonna do a Bendy video, I have to include those things. Yes. Do I regret pouring black goop all over my skeleton guy? Yes, the cleanup was awful.
This is actually going to be the worst cleanup I've ever done. You know what? I'd say it was a success.
I'm trying to clean him off, but he's like festering. That's actually disgusting.
Bendy was a little devil.